Disney first timers. Got 2 passes to Fantasy Springs. We got turkey legs. The theming here is crazy. It's so good. Would you be able to enjoy the park at all?
Apparently you have to like mobile order, so we did that via an app. We're learning everything as we go, okay?
And we've reflected, I guess, on what we've learned and what we would do differently. It was so fun. We are in DisneySea. It is 6:59 in the morning, and the line isn't that bad, but I have nothing to go off of because this is really our first time at Disney. But it's intense. Like, we got to the Disney train at like maybe 6:40, and it was crowded already, so get here earlier than us, because I thought we were early. This is apparently not early. This is like standard, I guess. But anyways, now we wait. Our game plan: get in through the gates, try and get a Fantasy Springs ticket, which is like a new area of the park, and we're gonna see how it goes. Disney first timers. Will today turn us into Disney adults? So far it's not a good start, but I'm a little stressed. I feel like it's not supposed to be this stressful, but it's quite stressful. Like, I think there's a lot of planning just to go to a theme park. Anyways, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping after this initial bit of stress, maybe it'll be chill and fun. Is that naive to say? Maybe not chill, but fun? We'll find out. Tune in. We are in. We got 2 passes to Fantasy Springs, Anna and Elsa, as well as Peter Pan. Now we're going to 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Journey to the center of the earth.
Journey to the center of the earth. So we go to Indiana Jones, and then we can go into Fantasy Springs or whatever.
Guys, maybe we'll get one. I used to love the Journey to the center of the earth books when I was younger.
Yeah. We got here at the line at like, I don't know, 6:30. It was pretty crazy. Getting in was like pretty rough. We happened to, just bad luck, get in a line of 3 that was actually merging into 1 where everybody else was in a line of 1. So getting in was rough, but we managed to score 2 passes to Fantasy Springs. So we paid for Premier Access Pass to Elsa, and we got a standby pass to Rapunzel. And then we got a 40th anniversary pass, which is also free, to Indiana Jones, which we're about to do. Otherwise, we're kind of just gonna do, since we're only here for 1 day, plan is to get the passes for the ones we most care about, and otherwise just sort of vibe and explore and see what the go is. But Ben doesn't like heights or roller coasters, which we're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna see how this goes, because I think there's a lot that we didn't realize was roller coasters. Like Journey to the Center of the Earth, not a roller coaster, but there was one big drop. And if you guys would have seen his face the moment he realized we were about to drop. Just one drop, that's all it took. So I'm a little nervous for today. How do we feel, Ben?
You hoodwinked me.
I didn't hoodwink you.
You hoodwinked me.
Ben's really afraid of heights. So.
Look at all the skeletons.
Oh my gosh.
Can't we just walk around?
How are we feeling?
Stoked.
Scared. Yeah. We got turkey legs. off to Fantasy Springs. That's our next plan. Pretty cool. Our turn. We are in Fantasy Springs. It's like entry gates, again, just to get into this part of the park. Now we're going to Rapunzel. Tangled. Very well. Well, the key is to pay up. So we bought a ton of priority passes. I think 3 now. And I think that's what's made the difference. This is our 3rd ride. We think we'll be able to get on this and then go to a show at 12. The passes are worth it, even though they're kind of expensive. You got it.
Thank you.
This is like the New York land. The New York land? New York? Pretty cool. They have like a L, Chicago L, or subway for New York, I guess. Wow. What?
Like 2-day open.
The theming here is crazy. It's so good. What's... Fit it in.
When? Don't know. We'll
Wander.
Going to
Tell us your ideal 2-day itinerary for Disney.
one day to do what we're doing,
Which is?
going to all the rides that you can, and 2nd day to see the sights.
Something is happening. Everyone's just kind of hanging out. Or maybe they're just tired. Okay, so it's a Christmas preview show. So we're gonna stay and watch it and go on soaring after, then explore the like New York area, and then we go back into Disney Springs. That's the plan. The Christmas show doesn't start for 15 minutes, so I'm gonna go look at merch.
Black pepper.
That doesn't sound very good.
Huh?
That one doesn't sound very good. These standby passes are expensive, but I will tell you, nothing makes you feel like more of a baller than skipping the line. Oh, stairs, I gotta go. Like Explorers of the World.
Homage to Hawaii.
と願い続ければ素晴らしい技術が生まれ、その夢は実現するのだと確信しました。
Wow. Fake Italy. Fake New York over there. Fake Earth? We are no Disney experts, but I thought surely like one day at DisneySea, one day at Disneyland, which we're not doing, but I thought 2 days, like one per park, would be more than sufficient. Sorry, I don't know why it got loud all of a sudden. But I actually think, yeah, you need 2 days for DisneySea. Like we bought priority passes, and don't get me wrong, we have been doing really, really well. But one thing we have not been able to do is just to like chill and enjoy and like explore. And granted, it's only like 2 p.m., so we still could, but yeah, I almost feel like, as Ben said before, one day just to hit up all the rides, another day to explore and go into shops and maybe hit up some rides, but it's not the priority. See, we're in a whole new area. We've never even been over here. It's the sea area. we're in Fantasy Springs and we're gonna explore a little bit. So finally we have some time to just like check things out. So that's what we're gonna do. Arendelle!
I'm gonna try to charge mine a bit.
Please lower your...
So it's like 3 p.m. We decided, since all of our meals are out of whack, we're gonna have dinner now with like a snack later in the evening, but we are at, I think it's called Arendelle's Banquet Hall or something. So it's in the Fantasy Springs. We apparently have to like mobile order, so we did that via an app. We're learning everything as we go, okay? But this is what we got. We got beef pie. I think it's a mousse, salad, and like potato salad, and then a bun here. 35 Australian dollars. So, feeling very Disney-fied right now. I hope it's good.
Look at that guy.
Look at that guy. So cute. Agrabah. Souvenirs.
Volcano.
We're in a ship.
It's a ship.
Pirate ship.
Cannon. Ship. It's just like we're back in the US of A.
Oh.
Look at that. Steel girders. Look at that ship tree.
So if like New York is back there, this is like Cape Cod, New England, I guess? Cape Cod, yeah, literally. Cape Cod. Wow.
Got a little lighthouse.
Not to sound like a loser, but it really does feel like Little America here. Condensed, like all cute things condensed, but it does feel like a cute little town. And the East Coast. They do a good job. Who knew? What do you think, Ben?
It's just like being back in Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
That right there is Tower of Terror, and Ben is gonna go on it.
No, I actually don't.
Ben is not gonna go on it. Alright, looks like it's just gonna be me and Tower of Terror, unless Ben changes his mind. Maybe? We'll see.
She hasn't seen me yet.
So fun! It was so fun. Did you hear me screaming?
I did. I didn't think the Tower of Terror was that scary, guys.
We are on the ship that looks like the Titanic.
Wow. Ship. There's a restaurant.
Dining up there. Lounge down there. More dining up here, I guess. I'm king of the world.
Paint me like one of your French women.
Paint me like one of your French girls. Rose! I dropped the heart of the ocean into the ocean. He does a good job. This is why people are obsessed with it.
You're turning into a Disney adult.
I think so. Post Disney hangover, come down. It's the next morning, and we've reflected, I guess, on what we've learned as Disney first timers, and what we would do differently, and what we would keep the same. So one thing for sure is when we decided we were trying to stay for the parade, which was at 7:15 p.m., we decided it wasn't worth it anymore. I'm sure it's great, but we left at like 5 p.m. And once we decided to leave, it was like, at least with me, it felt like just this exhaustion rushed over me. Like I was tired before, but it's like once I made that decision to leave, I like hit a wall. And it was even rough just getting home on the train. So it's a big day. That's all to say that's a really, really big day. And I think people know that, but I don't think we really knew that. Yeah, I feel like you're still quite exhausted.
Yeah.
I think as well, one thing we talked about is like getting up early. I don't know that you need to be there at like 6 a.m. by any means, but I would say definitely be there by 7 a.m. because it seems to me, at least it appears that way, that the first like 15 minutes that you're there are like the most important, because you get to the park and you get in line or whatever, you should get a pass right away, whether that's a premier pass or a fast pass or whatever. It's like if you set yourself up with those 15 minutes, if you have a plan and you like choose what you most care about, get a pass and then go to a line to a ride or whatever, that you're going to be setting yourself up for success for the rest of the day. Even if you like take that first 15 minutes after you get your passes for the rides, if you like make a lunch reservation, because there's this thing that we learned about the hard way called mobile order, where you literally, like, you can't just walk into a restaurant. So it seems like the first 15 minutes are the most important, but if you do them right, then you're like set up properly. I think that's one. Number two, another thing we talked about would be, because it was our first time, we were super excited to like front load all the rides that we wanted to do and like get the pass, and then immediately as soon as we could get another pass, we got another pass and we got a ride. So it's like we knocked out all these rides we wanted to do in the morning. But it's November here, so the sun goes down really quickly. It starts going down at like 3. It's down by like 4 p.m. So we didn't actually have time to explore, which I think was a mistake. So if we could redo it again, yes, we would use that 15 minutes and get those passes or whatever, but we would maybe stagger them throughout the day or even in the afternoon, because I don't think it really matters if you're riding rides in the dark. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about that, but yeah, I wish we would have taken the morning to, yes, set ourselves up and make a plan, but also enjoy the park rather than go ride to ride to ride, because we like really didn't get any photos together. We didn't really, you know, eat a lot of the food that you're told to eat. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think like do a ride first thing as soon as you get there, but then all the bookings and all that try to do for the afternoon.
Yeah, or at least like stagger them. We did them all like straight after each other, which I think was a mistake. We did our research to a point, but like you really, like it's almost a little bit too intense how much of like you have to know, I guess, if that makes sense. Like I didn't really love that you like have to have a plan. You have to know about mobile order. You have to know what the difference between Premier, Standby, and I don't even know what the other one is anymore. The 40th anniversary. Like there's so many, I feel like there's so much to know. It's almost like a difficult barrier of entry, and it seems that a lot of people know this, which we did not know this. So I just can't imagine what it would be like if you walked in with having no idea. Like, would you be able to enjoy the park at all? Like, you'd be just waiting in line for like 3 hours. So that was a bit of a bummer. I both liked the app and did not like the app, and that's the only way I can describe it. Is like the app was cool because you got to see wait times, and it, you know, made things easier with ordering food, I guess. But at the same time, you are then reliant on your phone, so it just like chewed up our data, which we got limited data because we don't live in Japan. We only have like a travel sim. It chewed up our data. It chewed up our battery. And I saw this from another YouTuber, which I agree with, is like being reliant on the app it took you out of the experience a little bit. Like, you're not fully immersed, I guess. I feel like that's one of the benefits of Disney, at least again from an outside perspective. We're not Disney experts, but yeah, I feel like it did kind of take you out of the experience a little bit. Anything else, Ben?
I don't think so.
Food. We talked about food. We talked about getting there early. Oh, one other thing we talked about. We did DisneySea in one day, which I think is possible, but you need to cough up. If you want to do it in one day, you're going to have to get those passes and you're going to have to pay. So it was about 2,000 yen or 20 Australian dollars per pass, so 40 Australian dollars per ride we wanted to see. And we did feel like we got to see pretty much everything short of leisurely exploring the park at our own pace, of course. Having said that, I would recommend doing it in 2 days, which feels crazy to me because I can't imagine having to spread out just go to a theme park over 2 days, but I would definitely recommend that. Also, if you do go over multiple days, stay in a Disney hotel because we learned all of this just by trial and error, by showing up and realizing our mistakes, but like they get to go in early, they can just saunter in, they get to go in the morning, get their passes or whatever, and then if they're tired during the day, go back to the hotel, rest, and then go back to see the parade. Like, they have a lot of freedom. And again, that feels so weird to me to like curate your entire vacation around Disney. I know a lot of people do it, but I do really think if that's something, if you have kids or you want to go for multiple days, I really do think it is like the way to do it. So all in all, to say, I think we had a really fun time. It was not my first time. I went once in college, but I just kind of showed up. This is the first time we're planning something. This is definitely his first time. We're not like hardcore Disney people, nor are we like Disney haters by any means. We just kind of wanted to check it out, and I think I did enjoy it. It's exhausting. I personally would go back to Disney. I can see how people get really into it. I can definitely see how people get obsessed with it. I love the attention to detail, the theming, the merch. Like, we had holiday decorations before were Halloween decorations. Like, I can see how people get into it. I'm not quite there, but I do really like it, and I do want to go back. Like, now we're already talking about maybe going to, Universal or Disney World in Florida one day. I don't think we're ever going to be like full on, it's a lot of money, and also every vacation seems to surround Disney for some people, which I don't think that'll ever be us, but I enjoyed it.
It was good fun.
But now back to regular Japan. Bye-bye.